calling the VA Record Management Center. My name's Ricky. How may I help you?
Hello, Ricky?
Yes.
Oh, Ricky, okay. Hey, my name is Rudy Davis, and there's been several back and forths, and I just got a letter. Here's the story. There's a veteran. His name is David Hinkson. He's a political prisoner. He's unjustly incarcerated. I mean, I know you probably don't have the time to go into that, but he really is innocent. He was put in there by a valor thief. His name is, the prisoner's name is David Hinkson, and he's my friend. He wrote off to you guys, and you guys replied back to him in prison. He's in a Kentucky prison. The valor thief who testified against him in trial, there's been like a Fox News episode. Megyn Kelly called him out. He wore a fake Purple Heart on the witness stand. It's all been proven. I only share that with you that, it's just a travesty that my friend is sitting in prison. He's got 43 years and he's been in there 15 years. But here's what's happened. He wrote you guys a letter and he was asking for some information. You guys wrote him a letter back in prison. I have the case number here. Let's see. I've got everything. You said, thank you for your interest in Department of Veteran Affairs. Customer service is very important to us. If you have any questions, call this number. You said that your request will be processed in the order of receipt. You may expect to receive a response as soon as possible. The office will be providing the records you requested on a compact disc for use on your personal computer. Only records of 10 pages or more are eligible for CD printing. See, the reason he's asking me to get involved, because he's in prison, he can't receive any CDs, right? That he don't have a computer and they won't let him have access to that. And so I called you guys on March the 7th, which I guess would be about 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago. And I spoke to a guy by the name of Juan. I'll finish. I'm so sorry that it's taking a long time. It's just I want to make sure you have the context. I talked to Juan on March the 7th, and Juan said that David needs to fill out a form, and he sent a form to David. It's called the Authorization to Disclose Personal Information to a Third Party. It says form number, approved number 2900-0736. I've got the whole thing scanned. It's signed by David, and I have. Here's what I have. I have the original letter David got back from you, and also I have the letter that's signed by David with his own signature that gives me authorization to receive his stuff. But I've got them both, and I was wondering if maybe I could email it to you guys, and you guys could look at it and then make your decision. And then he wants that information to be sent to me because I'm working on his behalf to help prove he's innocent. There's documentaries out here, and we got a website put together, and we're trying to raise public awareness about his innocence. But I know I went a long way around to tell you what's happening, but that's what's happening. And anything I could do. Okay. Yes, sir.
Are you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, Ricky.
Yes. I have a file number of social, please.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah. File number. File number is 568 04 0625. His name is Elvin Joe Swisher. If you ever find out that guy's name, I mean, it's somebody to be aware of because he got over $200,000 of VA benefits that he did not deserve. He walked around with a fake Purple Heart, and he waved a fake DD-214. It's all been proven that he lied. And the only reason my friend is sitting in prison today is because of Elvin Joe Swisher.
Oh. There's a lot of feedback on our phone lines here.
You want to call me on my cell phone?
Oh, sorry. I just didn't know if you heard it. If not.
I don't. You're coming through loud and clear. Let me move my phone in case it makes a difference, sir. Is it better now, or?
It is, actually.
Okay, good. Okay. Hey, Aaron, do you got my cell phone? Oh.
So, I'm kind of confused here. On this request, Mr. Hinkson wants Swisher's information?
Yeah, here's the deal. Like I said, Elvin Joe Swisher testified against Hinkson in court wearing a fake Purple Heart and a forged DD-214 that he waived in front of the jury. There's been entire movies put together about this, and one of them is up on Year of Jubilee. Hinkson is trying to get information on Hinkson. David Hinkson is trying to get information on Elvin Joe Swisher because it's been proven that he received $200,000 worth of VA benefits that he didn't earn. He lied on the witness stand, and David Hinkson is asking for the veterans, he's asking for the Veteran Affairs help in like, I don't know exactly what he asked for. I don't have the original letter. All I got is the letter that you guys sent back in response. But
the thing is, I mean, we can't give information out of Swisher unless Swisher signs it. The only way I can release the information is if a federal appointed judge requests it.
So here's the letter that David Hinkson sent to me that in his original, I guess you guys originally replied. It says, the purpose of this letter is to acknowledge we received your Privacy Act request on February the 14th, 2018. We have assigned the following case number, and then it gives the file number that I gave you, to your request. Please refer to this number when communicating with our office about your request. Your request will be processed in the order of receipt. You may expect to receive a response as soon as possible. This office will be providing your records on a compact disc for use on your personal computer. Only records of 10 pages or more are eligible for CD printing, and then it goes on, say some other things. So, I mean, I think Hinkson took that as a positive response to his request, but you're saying now he ain't going to get nothing, and that's just the way it is unless a federal judge intervenes, or?
No, so he will get records for himself.
Aaron, I'm so sorry. Aaron, my phone's ringing. Sorry, we got our phone. I'm so sorry. Would you please continue?
So, by law, I cannot release another veteran's information without his knowledge. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I can release Mr. Hinkson's information because he's requesting information.
Yeah, you do. But, yeah. Is there any way? Yeah, because I think Hinkson thought he had gotten over this. I thought he had got past this hurdle, and now we're going back to square one. I mean, is there any way that you could ask a supervisor? I mean, because here's Elvin Joe Swisher, like he stole from you guys. He walked around and like wore a fake Purple Heart that he didn't earn. He told everybody he was Rambo in the Korean War, and and you've got a real veteran. David Hinkson is a real veteran, right? He was in the Navy. He was a Vietnam veteran, and he's sitting as an innocent man in prison for 43 years based on the testimony of Elvin Joe Swisher, and he needs records from,
So I would only have veteran records anyway. So Elvin Joe Swisher was not a veteran?
No, he was, but he didn't do all the things that he said. He didn't earn a Purple Heart. He didn't go to... he wasn't a Korean combat war veteran. He was like a PFC. He never set foot in Korea. When the Korean War ended, he was like 16 or 17 years old. He never went over there. And so if Hinkson can help prove that, and keep in mind, he's also Elvin Joe Swisher has also been convicted of taking over $200,000 of VA benefits that he was not even entitled to. And it's been proven that he had a forged DD-214, that he wrote fake...
Where's this Swisher guy at right now?
He's in some hospital and some old folks home. He's like barely hanging on to life, is my understanding. But my friend, poor David Hinkson, he spent 15 years in prison as an innocent man. There's been movies put out about him. Everybody's, trying to do what they can to help him, and I'm trying to do what I can to help him. But he thought he had gotten past the point where you guys were going to send him the CDs based upon that letter. I could send you the letter that he sent me and the form that he sent me, and then you guys can review it further. But I really think it's in the best interest of the Veterans Affairs, to try to help David Hinkson. He is a true veteran. He never did anything as far as valor thief or tried to steal anybody's honor. I mean, I think Elvin Joe Swisher has discredited.
Fox News already got it.
Yeah, Fox News. I can send you a report that Fox News did about Elvin Joe Swisher, and you can view that. So
they already got it.
Well, I'm talking to the Veterans Affairs now, though.
Well, Fox News must have it.
Well, but the thing is that here's the deal. David Hinkson needs information on Elvin Joe Swisher's military records to help get a new case so he can get out of prison. Otherwise, he's going to spend another 28 years in prison. And if I could send you all this and you could have a supervisor review it, I don't want to be in the middle. I mean, if you guys want to contact David Hinkson directly, I've got his mailing address in prison. But if I have to be in the middle to help facilitate communication, I will do that. I just think it's in the best interest of the Veterans Affairs to help David Hinkson, who's an innocent man in prison, you know.
Like, and I respect that, and I understand where you're coming from. It's just by law, I can't release any information without the veteran's permission.
Yeah.
I'm not referring to Mr. Hinkson because you already got the permission slip from him, basically.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for the information for Swisher. My supervisor's going to tell you the same thing. By law, we cannot do that unless you can get a judge to sign off on it. How you get that permission from the judge, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, and I'm just to share with you that I believe most of the judges, especially the judges that are handling David Hinkson's case, are about as corrupt as you can get. And there's the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, I believe, is about as corrupt as you can get. You know, they split their vote. I think it was 7-4, and they allowed Elvin Joe Swisher's lies to stand on the witness stand in order to keep David Hinkson in prison. I don't know if there's any supervisor. I mean, I've got all the information. I would love for someone at the Veterans Affairs to review. I'm not asking you to make a decision now. If just maybe you give me one email address that I could send all this to and have somebody with some sort of authority look into this, because I believe, even if you don't send me the information on Elvin Joe Swisher, I think it's a great opportunity to show how veterans will, you know, stand up for one another, and you won't tolerate somebody walking around with a fake Purple Heart and a fake DD-214, you know, so...
So, my other suggestion to you is maybe contact the congressman's office, or you can contact the White House email too.
Okay. All right. Well, there's no Veterans Administration email address I could send all this information in for review. I have a history, like 8 years, of trying to work with political prisoners, and David Hinkson is somebody I picked up in the last few months. And I have no faith whatsoever in our congressman or our president. I have sent them letters, and I'll continue to send them letters.
So
I was really hoping.
The White House email address is for the VA, not to the White House, but it's for the VA, for the undersecretary.
Okay, all right. What's the VA address for the White House?
Hang on a second.
Okay.
It's not really it's called a complaint line, but I'm sure there's somebody there who can help you. It's 855.
Okay.
948.
Yep.
2311.
And this is the VA office in the White House?
Correct. It says it's a complaint line, but I'm sure there's somebody there who can help you.
Okay. Do they have an email address too?
I'm sorry, what?
Do they have an email address too, or?
I don't have that information.
Okay.
But they can probably give that to you there.
Okay. Well, as you go about your day, I mean, you obviously have connections that I will not have. My dad was a Marine who actually was in the Korean War. He did not see combat, but he was actually in the Korean War. He served in the Korean War. My brother was a Marine, and I have a lot of respect for veterans. And I'm just if you have connections, you know, you might want to tell people about the name of David Hinkson, you know, and have them look into the case, because I believe he's truly an innocent man who's going to rot in prison. He's a very brilliant guy too. He's very smart, and I think that they completely set him up and lied about him. And the only reason, and this is not an exaggeration, the only reason he's going to sit in prison for 43 years is on the testimony of Elvin Joe Swisher, who's a known liar. And so I just wanted you to, you know, hear that.
What we would need information about Swisher, like his
Washington D.C.
branch of service.
Hinkson was in the Navy. David Hinkson was in the Navy.
He has inventions to replace the
Right, but
nuclear
I'm
cell.
saying we would need more information so we can find his records, even if we were able to.
Oh, you're talking about Elvin Joe Swisher.
Yes.
Okay,
Verna.
I believe he was a Marine, but let me use that address you gave me, and we'll try to continue to advocate for our friend. But Year of Jubilee, if you go to Year of Jubilee with one E, and then go down and scroll down till you see David Hinkson's picture, if you click on it, you'll be able to look up all the information. We're building a website for him, and any if you can tell anybody in your organization about him, just it would be helpful. Appreciated.
Jubilee
No
is
problem, sir.
winning.
Okay, thank you very much, Ricky. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
This is something